What's up everyone, it's DV. I am in the latest update of Roblox Islands. We just wrapped up my live stream here of the update premiere and it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of people show up to the stream. I think we got up to like 6,000 viewers. Oh my, it's crazy. I can't believe we get up to that many viewers still. I'm super grateful for all of you to show up on those live streams. And if you haven't watched one of those live streams, be sure to check it out. We usually do them on update days. So whenever there's a new update scheduled, I pretty much schedule one. We have fun experiencing the update together. So before we begin, be sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications so you get notified whenever there's new updates or videos. In this update, we've got signs. We got the new signs. I'm super happy. Dude, we got signs. So now you can actually put like cool little signs and messages. You can also troll your friends with funny messages. Just like in Minecraft. I used to love doing that in Minecraft. You know, you can put like little signs like don't go this way, it's a trap, or you can say like jump off, you know. You can do all kinds of stuff. And then on top of that, of course you can name your chest. So if you have like chests that you want to kind of label or like categories of things, so like you can say, okay, in these chests right here, this is like all like supplies, you know, this is like over here can be weapons or things like that. You can label whatever you want, which is super cool. Of course, it does have to pass the tags, you know, like it's got to be family friendly, so it does get tagged by Roblox's text system automatically. If you try to put like bad words or something, it's going to tag it, unless of course you find some kind of bypass. But yeah, it should be tagging all of that kind of stuff. The other piece of this is of course a premium feature. It is the Obby Kit. So you can see here with the Obby Kit, you can create Obby courses, and I think this is also kind of in line with the whole RB battles thing that's coming up. I think it's going to be part of it. But in this Obby Kit, you actually get this little bucket over here that you can actually, it's like a crafting bucket. It looks a lot like the fireworks bucket, so you can see here. And then inside here, you can actually make an Obby start point. It's a little start flag. You can make a checkpoint, and then you can make a finish point, and you can make multiple checkpoints. I haven't tested this yet, but I think you can make as many of these as you'd like. The catch here is that it does require flowers. It does require wooden flowers to make these. And I kept running out of flowers, which was a big rip. And then you got the leaderboard. This is so cool. You got the leaderboard, so you can show fastest Obby times on a leaderboard. I haven't actually made a couple of them, but it'd be probably cool to have like one of these at the start area, and then maybe at the actual like near the checkpoints or something, or at the end of the checkpoint. But I haven't tried multiples. I will try that now actually to see if it works. So if I put one of these over here, will it show you? Let's see if it'll show you the same stats. Let's just put it over here. There's a lot of people here, so, and yeah, so it does mirror the stats, so you can do as many of these as you want wherever you want them. So that's pretty cool. I like that feature. So this is actually really cool because you know what it does is I'm actually working on a really big maze, and I really needed a way to track people's time through them. I wanted to see who got through the maze fastest to win prizes, and I couldn't do that without this system like this to prove that they were number one. So this actually solves a lot of videos challenges for me. Of course, selfishly, that's huge. The update is a game pass, so like, you know, this Obby is a game pass. Unfortunately, I know I can hear you you know, grumbling right now. 399 Robux, that's you know, 399 Robux, that's $4. You know, it's a lot of money. So I get it. What I haven't confirmed yet is if I can give people these items, if they will actually work on their island. Typically in the Roblox Islands history of updates is that they usually lock these out to Game Pass owners only. So that's a big oof. The only reason why is, like, you know, if someone were to just buy the Game Pass and sell these on the marketplace, that'd be a really pay to win approach too, because then they would just farm these for millions and be the richest player in the game, because no one would ever have to spend Robux, right? So I'm pretty sure this won't work unless you have the Game Pass on your island. So the other piece here though is huge. So I'm going to show you the Obby first. I'm going to show you something else that's crazy that's kind of hidden in this update. Right here, you can see this is the timer. This is the timer starts. I made a real simple Obby during my live stream. You see that's an oof. So it teleports you back to the start if you fall. As long as the timer's going, it will teleport you back to the start. Man, I'm not an Obby king, okay? I've never proclaimed to be awesome at Obbies. I can do them, but I'm not awesome at them. But you can see here, you know, I made the Obby a little bit difficult. So once you get to the end though, it will actually log the time and it'll show your best time. So as long as you have the best time. Now there's these players here that have done this Obby in like 9 seconds, 10 seconds, and there's no way I'm gonna beat their times. And using signs, I actually started creating a little hall of fame for best times. It's great. So a lot of people were competing to get on that list. But here's something that's really hidden about this update. I'm gonna show you. So say you are someone like me, like a builder, and you wanted, say you're working on like somewhere that you keep falling, right? So, or even if you're working on your own Obby, maybe you're working on an Obby and you keep falling off on the Obby, and you do something like this, right? So let's go ahead and cancel this. And you're working on your Obby, so you can set the flag wherever you're working, and you've created a secondary like spawn point. So as long as your timer's going, you're pretty much going to respawn wherever that flag has been planted, right? So I could go and do stuff like here under here, and if I keep falling, if I were to fall while I was working, it's like, oh well in this case it's going to teleport me above whatever the highest point is. So it's not going to work if you're under something. It's at least 3 blocks high, then it won't teleport you above it. But if you're only 2 blocks, it'll always teleport you above it. So here I've got the timer still going. I'm going to go ahead and run this again. Now if I fell like this, you see it'll teleport me right where I was. So this is great for people that are working, you know, on their island, maybe somewhere that they keep falling off of, or, you know, maybe they're working on an obby. You can keep setting a checkpoint if you're somewhere sketch. So say you're doing like a really, really far away obby, then you can always just keep replanning your checkpoint so you don't have to like go all the way back from your actual checkpoint. Because otherwise, if I were to stop this and I fell, then I'm back to the middle of my base, right? So it's a really, really helpful tool if you can afford this thing, of course. It is really helpful to use this as a secondary spawn. As long as the timer's going, it can be used as a secondary spawn, as a shortcut to get to places. So you don't actually have to have an obby on your island to use this. Like you can use this for more things than an obby. So like maybe if I'm just working around by myself, I can just set that wherever I want it to be. You know, maybe I'm like restocking stuff, or maybe I'm crafting things. So maybe my crafting location is different than my vending machines. And you know, or maybe I'm on the berry field and I want to be able to teleport back to the start area, or maybe somewhere else. You know, or your storage, maybe you can set it in your storage and you can go out and do stuff and keep going back to your storage over and over. So there's a lot of different purposes for being able to respawn to that flag. So for example, if I didn't want it, maybe I wasn't working on somewhere that was sketch and I just was like, well, I just want a shortcut. So I can just do that. Now I got my flag, right? So let's go down, and then say I'm like working on my vending machines a lot and I'm like this, right? So like, let's say I was stocking, I'm going to stock these machines over here. So I'm going to put my flag there. I'm just going to checkpoint it, and then I'm going to go down here and I'm going to go and craft, right? So I'm crafting stuff or whatever I'm doing down here, and then I'm going to drop off, and then I'm going to stock that machine. So it's just a real nice little teleportation system that I think was not intended, but we can use it for a teleporter. So it's a really cool secondary function of this obby pack. So you get kind of a 2-for-1 in this update. And then of course with the signs, I'm so happy about the signs. We've been wanting signs for a long time, and I was actually hoping they would add big signs too. That'd be really cool if we could actually do like really big signs, so we can say like shop or something. Right now you have to draw it, you know, but imagine if there was like an oversized version of these, so you could be like big giant text that says shop. That'd be cool. But it is a really, really cool update. It is a small one. Now the game team did say that, you know, and they kind of gave me a heads up. They're like, you know, this weekend's going to be kind of light for us. So, and they're working on some other things that are huge. I don't leak anything, so I will not leak any kind of updates. I do know what they're working on, but I cannot say what they're working on. But I will tell you, it is a worthwhile update. I would wait a month for this. If they needed a month for this, I would wait a month for it. But they've been really doing some excellent things. They're really pushing the envelope. No one's ever done an obby pack to my knowledge. I mean, at least in the games that I've played, I haven't seen an obby pack. And on top of that, they have the whole like publish system, which I think is really cool. And I realize that both are Game Pass related. I get that they're Game Pass related. And I know for me, I'm excited because, well, I buy stuff in games all the time, much like in real life, right? I would buy a Nintendo game or an Xbox game. That's how I've always looked at these games, is I'm willing to spend money on them because, you know, I play these more than I do on my Xbox or PlayStation or anything else. Even games that I own on Battle.net, or, you know, I just don't really play those as much. So I'm more than willing to spend money on this game. Now, I do get that that's not fair for everyone else. So I hear you all about the Game Pass. It is a big bummer. I don't know any solution to that other than it's the way that they got to make money on the game. So, but the next update that they're working on, I'm pretty sure is not going to be Game Pass related. I think it's going to be really, really cool. So when I do finish my maze, I wasn't going to do the maze on this island because I wanted to keep this island fairly low on block, but I am going to do the maze on this island now. So what I'm going to do is it's probably going to be down there. So you'll be able to, you know, see some of the people like moving through the maze and stuff from up top, but it's going to be really, really cool maze. It's going to require a lot more coal, unfortunately, unless maybe I use some other material, but I think I was going to do coal, but maybe I'll use grass blocks. Maybe I'll use grass because it'll be cheaper, or I'll use stone. I'm not sure, but I hope you will join that and try out the maze once it's done, because I was going to do obbies, but everyone does obbies. Not a lot of people do good mazes, but I have a really cool maze in mind, and it is really hard to get through. So it's going to take some time for people to get through my mazes, but I'll have multiple checkpoints and stuff. So we'll see how it goes. So when that maze is ready and done, I will be publishing it so that everyone can kind of play through it. And maybe I'll give some cool prizes. Maybe I'll give away like vamps or coins or something else. Maybe I'll give away a vending machine full of coins or something. I don't know. We'll figure out what we're going to give away. So let me know what you think about the update yourselves. Obviously, you know, yes, Game Pass, so I get it. But what do you think about the updates, and what do you think is coming in the next update? Because it is huge, like I said. So I am thinking about doing a top obbies video. I wish I had known this update was going to be coming, or else I would have probably made an obby category to my build contest, because now this is actually a legitimate category. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do a separate obby contest after the build contest is done. That way obby creators can have a chance to get their obbies featured, because I'd really, really like to play those. I'm not into like crazy difficult obbies, but I do like seeing me some really, really good obbies, especially if I can be a spectator at it. The one thing I wish these obbies had were like kill blocks or something, because it'd be great to do some damage to players. Because right now the only way to lose inside the obby is if you fell, but it'd be cool if we had like lava blocks or traps or anything like that can actually cause a player to die, or even like a mob spawner would be sweet. Not only would it be cool to have a mob spawner for your island, just to have in general, But, you know, to put in an obby, so like maybe they fall in a pit and they get eaten by, you know, like slimes or something, and they could just make it so that the mobs don't actually drop any items if you kill them, you know, so like they can't actually drop items if you do kill them. But it would be actually really cool to have a mob spawner in here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button and smash that subscribe button if you are new, and I'll see you next time. Peace.